What's up, everybody? Welcome back to D-Train Games. Today we're back on Thomas and the Wonders of Sodor. Hope you guys are excited for this. We got the James DLC, so we're going to play through his stories first. And then I have completed all the stories in the games. I've been trying to improve my gameplay on here. But the game is very buggy at the moment. Give me 1 second. Let me just go somewhere real quick so I can talk to you guys before we get started today. Alright guys, as I was saying, let me just restart my intro here. So, welcome guys back to D-Train Games. Today, as you can see, we're back on the island of Sodor, getting ready to do some more stories. I got the James DLC, so we're going to play through it first today. And then we are going to backtrack and do some of the stories that I was not able to show you guys in the previous stream. I have went through and played all of the stories already, except for the diesel one with the shunting cars, because I'm just a terrible shunter. I can't figure out how to do it. So, unfortunately, we're not going to be playing that story. But that is our plan for today, as I find most enjoyment out of this game coming from the story scenarios. What's up, Zero? Welcome to the stream, man. You haven't picked a favorite for the Great One Fox, because I love them, LOL. I'm excited to get back to it when I get home. I hear that, man. I wish you the best of luck myself. Alright, let me just check for a couple of collectibles real quick to see if there is any here. I think we've got all... I've not collected all the collectibles, by the way, guys. Oh, yeah, I meant to go over something to tell you real quick. So, the game actually is riddled with bugs at the moment. If you guys remember from our last live stream, there were several times where I would overshoot the place I was supposed to stop at. Apparently, there's certain engines brakes that will sometimes not work, and it'll cause your train to not brake at its fullest. So, like, your train will slow down, but it isn't trying to stop for some reason. Also, Percy is completely bugged at the moment. His brakes are locking up when they shouldn't be, and he's just sliding everywhere whenever you're playing the story. So Percy, and then also, whenever you do get him to stop, as soon as you let go of the brakes, your throttle will boost you up again, and then you're not even pushing the throttle. So Percy is really bugged right now in the game, and there's a few other things going on with the stories along with other things. There's apparently supposed to be music playing while you're playing the game, and as you can hear, there's no music, so that is currently bugged. So yeah, they're going to be releasing quite a big patch soon to this game to make a lot of stuff happen. Also, the free roam is messed up. Whenever you're trying to freely roam around the island, the signals for the beginner levels are supposed to be turned off so you can just freely travel. And unfortunately, right now, for whatever reason, the signals are actually down and they are not lifting properly whenever you whistle next to the thing. You're either supposed to drive up to the signal and hold circle to get them to switch, or you just simply, or as far as I understand, you're supposed to whistle when you get close to a switch that's showing danger, and it's supposed to switch it for you. Unfortunately, that is not working either. Again, there might be a few things there that I'm a little bit wrong about, just because I don't know the exact details. But without any further delay, guys, let's get into James' story. I'm excited today. Let's see what James is all about. What's up, Raven? Let's see what James is about, guys.
Leaves. One morning, two men were cleaning Gordon after he had acted rather foolishly and ended up rolling off the turntable and into a muddy ditch.
That was one of the best episodes it was referring to.
My eyes, grumbled Gordon. Have you ever seen so much mud? Said one of the cleaners. No, I haven't, said the other. You ought to be ashamed, Gordon, letting yourself get so dirty. But, thought Gordon, I don't have time to worry about my appearance like some engines do. The hosing and scrubbing suddenly stopped. Gordon opened his eyes, but quickly closed them again when he saw who was standing in front of him.
Oh dear.
Wake up, Gordon, said Sir Topham Hatt, and listen to me. Given your recent behaviour, I've decided that you will pull no more coaches until you prove to me that you can be a really useful engine. Perhaps pulling trucks for a while will teach you a lesson.
Poor Gordon.
Yes, sir, said Gordon quietly. So Gordon had to spend his time pulling and pushing trucks.
So are we starting this one as Gordon then? Be interesting. Yeah, I saw that, Raven. I hope you're able to get them as well. There's James.
Goods trains, he muttered. Oh, the shame of it. And he bumped the trucks again. Oh, cried the trucks as he shunted them around the yard. James was standing nearby watching him. Trucks will be trucks, he said. They won't with me, grunted Gordon. I'll teach them. They tried to push me down the hill this morning, he explained. It's slippery there, so you'll probably need help. I don't need help on hills, huffed James. Gordon laughed and headed off to get ready for his next goods train. Come on, James, said his driver. It's almost time for the express. And with that, James puffed away to collect his waiting coaches.
All right, here we go. What's up, James? Oh.
The guard soon blew his whistle and James puffed away. Come on, he puffed to the coaches.
What, can I go? Here we go, guys. Pulling the express today. Good old James is going to take pulling them along. Yeah, guys, this has been a very, very fun series. I've enjoyed playing this for you all. After today's stream, we may or may not bring it back to the channel until they add more DLC. But if you guys want to see me play through all the stories as a playthrough, I definitely will. Or if you guys just simply like this game and want to see more of it, make sure you guys hit the like button and let me know about it. Like I said, they are going to be releasing a patch soon that should fix all the bugs that are currently in the game. And, yeah, free roaming is going to be able to be done the way it's meant to be done, and a lot of other things.
The train was soon running nicely, and James began to feel confident. Slippery hills indeed. I don't need help, he puffed.
Going through a tunnel? Oh, it's going to start raining for us. That's nice. There's a dairy farm. I will be going and trying to collect all the collectibles, but I'll have to do it like in story missions and before the update. Until the update, the free roam where you don't have to worry about skipping the signals, I will probably just revisit storylines and then not worry about my time and just stop at these places as I pass them up. If I get those dogs, hang on a second, my chat is glitching on me. Making it where it's wanting to move the entire chat instead of just the words. Give me 1 second, let me refresh. If I get those dogs, that's the animal I'm going to add to the farm for a while because I'll have trained for them. I hear that. Yeah, I hope you get them and I hope you enjoy having them. Now guys, I will tell you, if you guys do pick up the Wonders of Sodor, make sure that you guys kind of avoid... oh, there's a train. Hey, Emily. But either way, if you guys do pick up this game, I would highly recommend for you guys to not play the first few missions just yet. Wait until the patch. They have not revealed when the patch is coming, but they said it's going to be very soon. Because the first few missions were a nightmare. Like I said, that train is completely bugged out right now. His brake system is not working properly. And you're also being pushed by troublesome trucks in the game, in his missions. So I would highly recommend you guys to not play his missions right now. Wait till the patch before you touch Percy. I believe the other trains are working properly, except for that bug that occasionally happens where your brakes don't work and it works when they ship. Alright, let's go ahead and hit the brakes a little bit. Start to slow down. Now, in case you guys are wondering what I have learned about braking on this game, once you drop below a mile, at that point you want to start braking. If you guys notice my speedometer, I'm trying to get it to match how many hundred yards away I am. So at 300, so in the 300s you want to be in the 30 mile per hour range. Once you're in the 200s, you want to be about 20, and then once you're in the hundreds, you want to be in the teens, and then eventually you should come to an easy stop. So yeah, as you guys saw, as you guys can see, I have done a lot of practicing. I've really enjoyed this game off stream. Hello, everybody. It's gonna pull in nice and smoothly here. Perfect.
James soon arrived at the next station. He was feeling very pleased with himself, but he kept thinking about what Gordon had said. "I'll show Gordon who needs help on hills," he said to himself.
What's up, Kyle? Welcome to the stream, man. Glad to see you could join us. That is true, Raven.
But soon, James reached the bottom of the hill. Strong winds from the sea made the hill hard to climb. Leaves fallen from the nearby trees were now covering the rails. And the recent rainfall meant that they were too heavy to be blown away by the wind.
I wonder how this is going to affect the driving.
I'll do it, he puffed. But his wheels slipped on the leaves. "I must do it, he panted. But try as he might, his wheels kept on slipping, and he couldn't pull the train at all. "Help! Help!" cried James. His wheels were turning forwards, but the heavy coaches pulled him backwards, and soon the whole train started slipping down the hill. James's driver applied the brakes, then going carefully reversed the train back down the hill, and they headed back to the station.
So I wonder if I'm gonna have another train helping me push this, or how I'm gonna go through this mission. I'm really curious to see what they do here. They've been very innovative and clever so far with the stories, so I'm interested to see what's going on.
When they arrived, they found Gordon waiting, who had seen everything. "I thought you said you could climb hills," he chuckled. James didn't answer. He had no steam left to say anything. "Ah, well, we live and learn," said Gordon. "Never mind, little James. I'm going to push from behind. Whistle when you're ready."
Alright, so Gordon's gonna help us up the hill. How nice. Oh, I actually get to play as Gordon. Even better. Oh, I'm still wanting to use my left trigger, though. I'm used to driving on other games, and the left trigger makes the brakes and also reverse. And then your right trigger is how you go forward. So I keep wanting to do that. Wait for a moment. Alrighty. Alright. Let's go help out James. It's kind of cool that you actually get to play as Gordon here. Alright, let's just gently couple up to him.
I'm ready, called James. So am I, replied Gordon. Pull hard. We'll do it, puffed James.
Yes, we will. Two was much better than one. So, do I play as James here or Gordon? Okay, so we're back as James. Let's go, guys. Now we'll get up this pesky hill. So I wonder where the leaves are. Or if they were just part of the cutscene. Oh no, they're right here.
Clouds of smoke and steam towered from the snorting engines as they struggled up the hill. We can do it, puffed James.
We will do it, puffed Gordon.
Finally, the two engines reached the top.
We've done it! We've done it! They puffed.
The two weary engines were puffed out, but they continued onwards to the next station.
Dude, I gotta say, I really do enjoy the story scenarios. I do think that the voice acting is a little bit weak from time to time, but I mean, like the guy did a lot of Thomas stuff apparently. The narrators for the earlier seasons, specifically for the American version of the show, in my opinion, were the best for the readers. They actually voice acted while reading, whereas the English versions were still good, but I just found that the ones made the voiceovers for American viewers were a lot better. I don't know if I'm gonna overshoot this or not. Come on, Gordon, brake with me. I may have screwed that up. I don't know if I have or not. Whew! I overshot it, but it wasn't too far.
Before they arrived. Thank you, Gordon, whistled James. Gordon whistled goodbye as he watched James puff away. Then slowly, he trundled back to his waiting trucks.
Nice. So our first James story is now concluded. Ooh, Jack Frost. Well, that's interesting. I guess we'll just go through all the scenarios at once. Until we get back around to the ones that we haven't done.
Jack Frost. One evening, Sir Topham Hatt came to the sheds. There's a big freeze coming tonight, he said. James and Percy, I need you to deliver extra coal to the stations.
Yes, sir, they said eagerly, and Sir Topham Hatt walked away. You better hurry, teased Thomas, or Scary Jack Frost might get you. Who's Jack Frost? Percy said nervously. Don't be silly, sniffed James. Jack Frost is not scary. Yes, he is, teased Thomas. He's all white with a big spiky face. Rubbish, said James. James knew Jack Frost wasn't scary, but poor Percy wasn't so sure.
Dude, if I have to play as Percy, I really hope that I can do this okay with the snow and Percy's and the bugs that's going on with him. So, I'm hoping we don't have to play as him, but you never know.
Later that night, James had collected his coal trucks and set off to make his deliveries. Silly Percy, he thought. All steamed up over Jack Frost. The sooner we get this coal delivered, the sooner I can get back to my nice warm shed.
Alrighty. Let's head out. Yeah, this is a bug too, guys. As you guys can see, I am pushing in on my throttle, but it took forever for the game to realize it. So, like I said, they are working on things. Yeah, that is a bug where your trains just don't really want to go whenever you first try to take off with them. This is really cool. It's actually at nighttime and it's snowy. Yep, we are off. Hello, everybody. All right, we should be fine to pick up the pace now. I believe it's Unreal Engine 5 actually in my Zero. So yeah, man, the graphics are really good in this game. I enjoy it a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I've been having a lot of fun with this game. Like I said, I think the game is definitely going to get a lot better whenever they release the patch. Like I said, there's a lot of bugs in the game right now, but overall the game runs pretty well, even with the bugs going on. Yeah, there's supposed to be music playing whenever you're driving the trains and also just exploring the world. And some of the brakes are a little bit bugged. Every so often your train doesn't want to stop when it should. That actually just happened a few minutes ago. I think. It could have just been me, though. And then Percy is completely bugged out at the moment. Percy's brake system is all sorts of messed up at the moment. His wheels are locking up easily, and he's sliding a lot. But other than that, though, I mean, the game, it runs pretty well other than those things. Yeah, I've thoroughly enjoyed my time on this game. Whoa! What has happened? Okay, apparently I crashed James. That didn't make any sense. How did that wreck? That actually scared me. Like, I actually got jump scared because I came out of the driver's view, and then all of a sudden I just see James flipping. I don't know what that was. We're gonna have to restart the scenario though. I guess I was going too fast, and there was like a big curve on the other side of the mountain, and I didn't know about it. Well, you live and you learn, I guess. It's kind of annoying though that we have to start over. Also, they are making it to where you can skip the cutscenes. They said that's coming with the next quality of life patch as well, is that they're going to make it to where you can skip the cutscenes in case you've already done it. I'm hoping they also put checkpoints that saves your progress, because having to start from the start, having to restart like we're doing now, it is so annoying.
Yes, sir, they said eagerly.
Can you guys hear me well, by the way, or is the game too loud?
You better
like when I'm driving the trains and everything, are you guys still able to hear me really well, or is it blurring me out some?
Who's Jack Frost? Percy said nervously. Don't be silly, sniffed James. Jack Frost is not
Zero.
scary.
I appreciate that.
Yes, he is.
I just wanted to make sure. I know the game can be a little bit loud while you're driving the trains.
All white with a big spiky face.
We've already seen this cutscene, so that's why I'm talking during it.
Said James.
Like I said, I somehow flipped James as soon as I came out of that tunnel, so I'll have to be more careful going through it next time.
Jack Frost wasn't scary, but poor Percy wasn't so sure.
Dude, I don't know why this is taking so long to load from that cutscene to the station here. Oh, it didn't take as long this time, though. That was interesting.
Later that night, James had collected his coal trucks and set off to make his deliveries.
Yeah, I hope that all of you guys have enjoyed this series.
Silly Percy, he thought. All steamed up over Jack Frost.
I've had a lot of fun with it.
The sooner we get this coal delivered, the sooner I can get back to my nice warm shed.
Alright. Let's try this again. But this time, instead of going full throttle, I think that I'm just going to make it go maybe about 40, 50 miles an hour. Come on, game, let me go. Hello? There we go, finally. Good grief. Alright. We'll pull out nice and smooth out of this place, and then once we get on the main line, instead of going like 50 to 60 like we were doing, I think I'm just going to make it go like the tank engine speeds, where it's about 40. And that's what we'll do. Okay, so let's pick up the speed a little bit here. And then I think I'll let James, yep, now we're in 30, so I'll just let James die off here for his speed. Dude, that river is so gorgeous in the town. I mean, obviously the tracks and stuff is what they're going to focus mainly on with the graphics, but that still looks so nice. I love the recreation of the island of Sodor, man. Hello, the late night riders. Alright, let's pick up the pace a little bit here. But like I said, instead of going full throttle this time, I think I'm just going to level it out at about 45. Okay. I'm going to let off the thing here. So we'll go about the speed I go with Thomas and all the other tank engines. Actually, on second thought, let's go ahead and get to the tunnel, because I know that I'm safe to get to the tunnel with this speed. So once we see the tunnel coming, we'll slow down. Not entirely sure where the tunnel was at. So we'll pick up the speed a little bit more. Like I said, I know that we're fine to go at full speed up until we get to the tunnel. Is this it? Yeah, I think this is it. Alright, let's slow down. Yeah, see, this is how the brakes are supposed to work in the game. But sometimes you'll go to brake and your train just barely even slows down and it takes it forever to stop, and that's the bug. Alright, we'll take it nice and steady through the tunnel so that way I don't flip next time. I don't know what's on the other side or what caused me to crash last time, but we'll go at a safe speed. Say goodbye to that side of the tunnel. I don't know where the end of the tunnel is. Kind of tired of being in the darkness. There it is. I wonder if it's the trucks that are pushing me. Because I'm increasing speed, but I'm not actually using my throttle. Yeah, here's where I crashed last time. Oh, okay, I see. So, yeah, I was going way too fast when I got to the cross ties. Okay. Well, at least we know we made it through safely this time. Pick up a little bit of speed. We'll get to about 40. Alrighty, here in a minute we'll start braking. Okay, go ahead and start braking now. Bring it into a stop. Hello, everybody.
We've reached our first stop. Let's drop off some of the coal trucks.
Alrighty.
That's one delivery complete. So let's head to our next stop.
Alright. So apparently we're just dropping off some troublesome trucks in certain areas. Dude, it's so cool that, like, just to reminisce, I actually went back and watched some of the classic episodes recently. And, yeah. I literally watched the Jack Frost one just like a night or two ago. So it's really cool to see like what James did off screen, which is what we're currently doing. Cows over on the side. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up pace this time. I'm pretty sure we're on the main line. See what James is seeing. James has got a pretty fun view, I ain't gonna lie. No! Dude, seriously? Crap, man. I got so far that time. Alright, well, we're not going to restart that same scenario again. Let's see what else we have. That's annoying, man. Limit thing on. I was turning it off because it does make the screen look better without it, but... Jack Frost. Yeah, I think that's actually it. So yeah, we have no choice. We don't have any other new ones at the moment, so we're just gonna start it again, guys. I apologize. I am not meaning to make these mistakes. But I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick.
Jack
I'll be back.
Frost. One evening, Sir Topham Hatt came to the sheds. "There's a big freeze coming tonight," he said. "James and Percy, I need you to deliver extra coal to the stations."
Yes, sir,
they said eagerly, and Sir Topham Hatt walked away.
"You better hurry," teased Thomas, "or scary Jack Frost might get you." "Who's Jack Frost?"
Percy said nervously.
"Don't be silly,"
sniffed James.
"Jack Frost is not scary."
"Yes, he is," teased Thomas.
Yeah, very true, Zero.
"He's all white with a big spiky face."
Plus, it is brand new, and I am still learning.
"Rubbish,"
said James.
But
James
I did turn on the speed limit thing again, though, so I should be able to see like how far I am from like the junctions again. Like I said, I usually had it turned off just so that way my screen wouldn't be so cluttered with notifications, but because it does look nicer that way. But apparently, while I'm learning, I really do need to have on the speed limit thing, because it'll show me what's coming up ahead of me.
Later that night, James had.
I like driving better without it, but that's what cost me at the end, is I didn't know there was a junction there. And I was going at full speed, and when I got underneath that, I expected for it just to be a straight line to the next station. That was my mistake.
The sooner we get this coal delivered, the sooner I can get back to my nice warm shed.
Alright, so let's try this again. Yeah, there it is. So, as you guys can see now, that is the marker that I had turned off. I am going to leave that on now. It shows you down below like what speed you need to be going at that particular part of the track. But I do know that right here where the cross ties are, that you don't want to be going anything above more like 20 or 25. Because if you end up hitting a cross tie above 25, you have a chance to flip the train. So like right now it's showing that I can go 50. So I'm going to trust it and I'm going to go 50. Alright, let's see see if we can trust this thing. It is telling me that I can go 70, so we'll see. So now I can go 70 all the way till I get up there, and then once I get up there, I need to be going 50. So far, so good. Alright, we're now at 70, so I'm going to back it off a little bit. I believe this is James' top speed, honestly. Okay, let's back off a little bit. Okay, so now we can go 90 until we get caught up there. This is apparently a long tunnel. I believe that's the cross top of in front of us. Okay, slow it down a little bit as we're coming towards the end. Yeah, this is helping me out a lot more. Yeah, this is actually helping me out a lot more. Yep, so I'm just going to follow these the speedometer from now on. Or the speed limit, I should say. As that is going to keep me from flipping the train. Alright, now it's telling me that once I get right up here, I can now increase the speed to 50. So I should be safe. Yep, we'll be safe for 1.3 miles. So let's explore it. We'll go about 5 miles over the speed limit. Keep it right about that. Alright. Let's start slowing down. We're approaching the place where we messed up last time. Yep, and there's the bridge. That's where I flipped. Yep, right there. Or no, it was after this one, wasn't it? Yeah, it was after the station. Never mind. It's coming up, the place where we crashed last time. Perfect.
We've reached our first stop. Let's drop off some of the coal trucks. That's one delivery complete. So let's head to our next stop.
Alright. So, I am safe for now, but I don't think I'm gonna go. I mean, I don't know how fast I can go because I don't know what the speed limit is where I'm currently at. But, okay, so there's some cross ties. I'm gonna try to play this cautious. Yeah, I believe right there is where I flipped last time, if I ain't mistaken. I can't remember exactly. I just remember there was a bridge and then I flipped, so I'm just gonna quit worrying about it. We'll just play it safe for now. So, we'll go about 50 for now. I mean, it should be showing us where the place was that I flipped, because that's the next junction, so I think I'm actually safe to just floor it until we get there. Okay, there's a bridge actually right here. I know that there was a bridge right before I flipped. I guess it wasn't there though. Still, I'm gonna stay cautious. I am pretty sure it's showing us where I messed up last time, but I could be wrong. So we're just gonna approach this place with caution. It's telling me to whistle on the side of the tracks, but where it's not, Simon, it's like, why would you do that? People might be sleeping. Alright, let's slow it down. Okay, yeah, right here is where I flipped. Okay. Because I didn't see this place coming last time. So, let's go. Okay, so after we get through all this, it says we can go 70. Alrighty, let's pick up the pace then. It says 50 up here, so I think I'll max out at 50. I know it said 70 back there, but then we'll go about 55. So what's our next speed limit then? Is it not going to tell me? Oh, we're approaching our stop. Okay, never mind. Dude, those cross ties there, I can't tell you how scared I was there for a minute. I was going way too fast for those cross ties. I've not explored this side of the island. At night especially. But at least we made it to the second part this time. Nice.
Here's our next station. Let's drop off some more coal.
Done and done.
That's another delivery complete. Hopefully, all this coal is enough to keep the passengers nice and warm.
Ooh, we can floor it from here.
Cold weather. I'm just glad that I have my firebox to keep me from getting too cold.
Alright, it says that we can just go full speed, so let's hit it. If I crash, I'm gonna be so mad. But it must be on the main line, is my guess. Let's just open her up and go, boys. Oh yeah, we got like 2 miles until the speed limit changes. We can just have some fun and go fast. Whistle, sure enough. Let me refresh the stream, guys. I haven't seen anybody talking in it in a little while. Just want to make sure that I'm not missing anything. Hopefully YouTube isn't having any troubles where you ain't seeing messages. If you guys are watching right now and you can't send messages to me or anything like that happens, make sure that you guys put it in the community tab so that way I can back out and look at it. I do not have notifications on for Discord, so Discord is not reliable of a place to let me know. But if you guys are just chilling, watching me drive trains and not really wanting to talk in chat, that is totally fine.
We finally reached our last delivery, so let's drop off all the remaining trucks.
Will do.
That's all of the coal delivered. Now I can get back to my nice warm shed.
I hear that. It does look awfully cold out here.
And with that, James puffed back towards Tidmouth Sheds.
I guess it's going to turn us around is my guess. Where it might be a cutscene. Oh no, we get to place Percy before he gets hit by the storm. Okay, cool. I'm not going to ruin anything.
Percy was making his last delivery. Jack Frost is not scary. Jack Frost is not scary. Jack Frost is not scary.
Dude, that is a monster of a deer. Congratulations, man. 275, Call of the Wild. Let's go. Dude, I don't know what my biggest whitetail is. I do know that I think that he's in the 270s, but I'm not sure exactly how big he is. I do know that I have several 270s whitetails. Alright, guys, I don't know how this is going to go. Like I said, Percy is bugged at the moment. His brakes are not very reliable, so I hope the game doesn't cheat me out of this one. They said that sometimes he works properly, so that's what I'm hoping for. But a lot of the times, whenever you go to brake his Percy, he's not wanting to slow down as fast as he's supposed to, and sometimes his brakes will just lock, and he'll just go sliding. So, hopefully this goes well. Luckily, he doesn't go very fast in the game, so he should be pretty easy to get to stop if you need him to stop. Or at least easier. But dude, that is amazing, Wolf. That's a beautiful buck. Congrats, man. I gotta say, I do like daytime better in the game, but it is really neat to play in the snow and at night. I've actually thought about getting on here after the patches and stuff, a few updates from now, and I actually thought about trying to recreate my favorite episodes in Thomas. Just do my own voice acting and stuff and see if you guys enjoy it. Of course, I wouldn't show like the entire trip like it does here in the game, but I would try to make like the short episodes and use the game to do it. But again, they said that changing facial expressions and stuff are coming later, so obviously I would need that to do so. So it may be a little bit later down the line, but I was thinking about trying to recreate some of my favorite Thomas episodes. You just got a great one, whitetail. Let's go, man. Did he just now spawn, or did you mean like you already got him? What rack is he, by the way? A good old suspension bridge. What's up, Micah? Just playing some stories on Thomas, man. We're doing the James DLC at the moment. We're doing the Jack Frost recreation episode. James has got done doing his stuff, and now Percy's getting ready to do his. And I'm very interested to see how they recreate the actual story. Yeah, see, sliding, guys. That's a bug. See, his wheels are locked up, and he will not stop. Don't cheat me out of this, Percy. Golly. He just about cost me the story. I'm gonna have to stop way back. Yeah, this bug, Percy's brakes being bugged out is a nightmare, man. But yeah, whenever you go to stop as him, his brakes just lock up and he just slides forever. And if you just pump the brakes, it really doesn't do much either. So you have to just hold the brakes in and just hope that you stop in time. Because like I said, until they update the game, they are bringing checkpoints to the game as far as I know. Making it where you can skip the cutscenes if you want. But yeah, Percy is absolutely just bugged out at the moment. His brakes are just not working the way that they're meant to work. Oh, he's a big rack? Let's go, man. Just now? Oh my gosh, let's go. Make sure when you get him, man, put him in the Discord or in the community tab or both. I'll take a look at him later. Like I said, it may be a little bit later tonight, but I'll get on there and I'll check him out for you. Congrats, man. That's awesome. And guys, we are playing Call of the Wild tomorrow, by the way. After today's stream, I pretty much showed you all I can show you, in my opinion, on this game. There really isn't much left. I mean, like I said, it's just driving trains, playing through stories, which I enjoy the stories more than I do the free roaming stuff. So, I might do some timetables maybe next week if I want to play this more. I might bring it back next week and just do some of the normal services of the trains rather than the stories. But we will take a break from Thomas since we've had 2 different streams for it this week. Just let Percy slide into the station. Golly, he goes so far, man. And as you guys just saw, I let off the brakes, and my throttle came back, and I wasn't even pushing the triggers. Like, I wasn't even meaning for my throttle to rise there, so Percy didn't even stop. I'm having to do this extremely cautious. Yeah, his brakes just want to lock, man. Really, really cautious. Okay.
Percy soon made his last delivery. The station master was very pleased to see him. "Percy," he cried, "we need twice as much coal to last through this freeze."
"Don't worry," Percy said. "This is my last stop. You can have mine. My lovely warm firebox will keep me nice and cozy."
Awesome, man. I'll check it out later.
Driver parked him on a siding with only a lantern for company.
"Do you think scary Jack Frost will find me?"
said Percy. "Jack Frost is not scary," chuckled his driver. "And don't worry, Emily will bring you some more coal in the morning." And then his driver and fireman went home to bed. Late that night, the icy wind howled. It started to snow, and Percy's fire had almost gone out. Soon Percy's face was so cold, an icicle hung from his nose.
"Oh, bother," stuttered Percy.
But it didn't sound like Percy. It was so cold, he could hardly make a sound. The next morning, Emily arrived with plenty of coal for Percy.
"Oh my," she said. "It looks like Jack Frost really got you then."
Soon Percy was loaded with fresh coal, and his fire was soon burning nicely. It wasn't long before his ice mask melted away.
"So scary Jack Frost is only frost,"
puffed Percy happily, and soon he was as warm as toast.
Alrighty. Not too bad. I will say that I guess I was expecting a little bit more, but not terrible. Let's go on to the next scenario, see what the next James Zimmer DLC is. I think there's 4 of them, if I'm not mistaken. So, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to complete all of James's stuff. And then after we complete James's, we're going to go back and start doing the stories that you guys did not get to see during the last live stream. Like I said, I have completed all of the stories already, except for one, just because I'm terrible at jumping on the game. I can't figure out how it works. Or at least my brain can't work properly to do that kind of mini game. So I've skipped that particular scenario, but I have done all the other ones, and they're a lot of fun. So I don't care to replay them for you guys today, and that is my plan. So we're gonna continue through James's, and then after we complete James's, we'll go back to Thomas's, and we'll do some of his that you guys didn't get to see, so on and so forth. What's up, Micah? By the way,
James and the van. It was a frosty morning on the island of Sodor, and James was bringing a goods train from the Little Western. He was cold and tired, and wouldn't stop complaining. Why couldn't Duck or Oliver do this, he moaned. A splendid engine like me should be pulling coaches, not these troublesome trucks. Don't worry, James, said his fireman. We've nearly reached the yard now, so you can have a drink and a rest before your next train. Good, James replied. A nice long rest will make me feel much better.
alrighty. Just so you can hear me say hi to you. Just simple as that, man. There was a cutscene playing, so I didn't get to say hi to you in live, so I figured I'd say hey when I got back. What's up, Percy? Well, fine then. Don't whistle back at me. Alrighty. Says once we're out of here, we can pick it up. Dude, this map is so pretty. I'm so happy I'm getting to play during the daytime now. It was cool to see nighttime. Hello, everybody. How y'all doing today? Slow down, it says. Get out of the yard. What am I doing? Like this stream? I'm not sure what you're meaning. Just driving some trains, man. Playing through some of the storyline. This is the James DLC. This is James. Oh, whoop. And that is me failing the mission because I wasn't paying attention. Ah! At least the from beginning cutscene ain't as long as the others, but that was my fault. I got distracted looking at chat and I just overshot by a mile. My bad, guys. Sorry about that. There's a hat right there. I didn't even see it.
And the van.
There's a hat right there. I didn't even see that hat.
It was a frosty
I need
morning
to collect that
on
thing.
the island of Sodor, and James was bringing a goods train from the Little Western. He was cold and tired, and wouldn't stop complaining.
As far as TikTok is concerned, I wouldn't be streaming on there. It would just be for my shorts, Micah. It would just be an extra platform to like help promote the channel some. And I would just be posting shorts on there. I wouldn't actually be streaming on TikTok.
Don't worry, James.
Where I'm on PlayStation, you can only stream to one thing
nearly
at a
reached the
time.
yard now, so you can have a drink.
I mean, I can stream to Twitch and YouTube at the same time, but I'd have to have my computer
Good,
open next to me to
James
watch both
replied.
chats.
A
And
nice
that's a little bit too
long
much
rest
for me
will
with my
make me
ADHD.
feel
So
much better.
I'm a single-minded person. Can I just go and collect that real quick, actually? I don't really care too much about how fast I get this done. I'm just gonna run back this way real quick and try to go get that hat. Climb up. Grab that hat. I knew that there was a collectible here somewhere, and I don't know how, I don't know why I never came to this side. Oh, Percy. Don't worry, James, I'm coming back. Alrighty. Let's get this show on the road. You might start a YouTube channel soon. Do I have any tips? I mean, as far as like growing your channel, just put a bunch of stuff out, man. I mean, that's all you can do is just hope that people relate to you, hope that they enjoy what you do. But yeah, there really isn't much tips you can really give. I mean, whenever you're doing YouTube stuff, you're either streaming or you're making video content, and you just gotta hope that people like what you post. So I would just starting out, I would just post as many things as you can possibly post. Don't try too hard to be entertaining or to be funny. You know, just be yourself. And I just hope that you find people that enjoy what you do. I will not overshoot it this time, guys, by the way. I am watching. I'm going to keep a nice little cool speed here. Well, I mean, it really don't matter what it is, Micah. If you do YouTube stuff, I mean, it's the same thing, no matter if you're a Call of the Wild YouTuber or if you're a variety streamer. It really doesn't matter what you're doing. The tips that I gave fits for anybody. Just post as many things as you can. Don't try too hard to be funny or entertaining. Just be yourself. And yeah, and then just in time, hope that people find your channel and enjoy what you do. For me, it took over a year for me to even start seeing growth. So it can take a while, man. But you're young. You have plenty of time to do your stuff. So I mean, like, it's not easy. I will tell you that right now. It is definitely not an easy thing to grow. I mean, my channel's already 3 years old, and I'm only 500 in. So it happens. Yeah, like I said though, same thing with Colton's channel. If you do start your own channel, if you come to watch my stuff, don't be inviting people to your channel or trying to talk too much about what you're currently doing on the channel. If you're here for my streams, then that's it. You're here for my streams. You're not here to promote your channel. You promote your streams. So, just make sure you're respectful to me whenever you're here watching my stuff. Don't advertise your own channel. This is not a place to let your people know that you have a Discord open or when you're going to be live streaming or anything like that. I want us all to be friends and not competitors. Alright, let's bring it to a stop. Perfect.
Soon they arrived back at the yard. James was still feeling rather upset, and as he stood in the yard, the icy wind swirled around his smokebox. "Bother this cold weather," he shivered. "Right," said his fireman. "I'll jump down and uncouple the trucks. Then we can go and fetch the coaches." He walked over to the coupling and tried to uncouple it. But try as he might, it would not budge. "What's going on back there?" asked James. "I'm going to be late for my passengers." There seems to be a problem with the coupling, said his fireman at last. It looks like we're going to have to take the van with us.
What?
Exclaimed James.
Pull my train and this horrible van too? No, I won't. What would the other engines think if they found out? Great,
grumbled the van.
Now I'm stuck behind you for the rest of the day.
Now, come on, soothed his fireman. We must remember the passengers. We can't leave them standing out in the cold.
Fine,
groaned James.
The sooner we take these passengers, the sooner I can get to the works and get my coupling fixed.
Alrighty. Okay, so we're just taking one troublesome truck. That is actually really funny. His coupling is messed up, and he can't like get rid of this coach. So now I'm gonna have to go and get like the express coaches and pull them all at the same time. That's bad for James, but I don't think I've ever seen this episode in the show though, unless this is an original story. There's another few of them are originals. All right, let's go get the coaches. Simply Mike, I just got in the mood to play with everybody. Like I said, we'll have some random times throughout certain months where I'll just feel like playing multiplayer, and that's what we did. But I did put a post out to everybody the day before, and like I said, I'm sorry that you didn't see it, but that's why I always tell everybody to make sure that they're always checking my stuff, because I'm very vocal on the post tab, and I'm always letting people know like what's going on. So make sure that you always check the post tab at least a couple times a day. But we are still having our normal multiplayer stream at the end of the month. And don't forget, guys, that the Haggis has been confirmed to be bugged, so it'll just be a normal multiplayer stream this month. And if they're fixing the Haggis, then I don't see the reason as to why we need extra help. So we will bring the Haggis hunting back next month after they do the patch. And hopefully I'll be able to find it. Alrighty. Now we've got the coaches. It says we can go 30, but I don't like the cross ties at 30, so I'm gonna go 25. Dude, I really do hope that they bring a lot more engines to the island. I will say that, in my opinion, what would make this game absolutely perfect is if every time you drove one of the trains, it would have their theme song playing while you drove them. Number two, if they would actually make the island multiplayer, that would be insane, in my opinion, to actually have your friends join on. And like, you couldn't play the same engines, obviously, which is fine, in my opinion. But, like, you could actually have you and your friends do it, just free roaming the island together. Maybe get it to where you could even do the timetables together, so that way you're like working at the same time of day together. And if that wouldn't work, then make it to where you can still do the timetables together, but the game is relevant to that particular person's system. So that way, if they're doing a nighttime run and you're doing a daytime run, you can still see each other on the tracks, just that on each platform they're different. I think it'd be so much fun to actually play this game with friends, to see your friends driving the other trains around. And then another thing I think that this game needs that would be absolutely incredible is the what is it? I can't remember what the other things I was thinking of the other night was. I'm kind of distracted by the story at the moment. I'll try to go over it later. I can't think at the moment. But those two things are absolutely a necessity in my opinion. It would be awesome if this game got upgraded to multiplayer. Hello, James.
James arrived at the platform, still cold and upset. As he watched the passengers begin to board the train,
what passengers?
He was surprised to see
Where?
that the passengers didn't take much notice of the van. That's good, he thought to himself. Maybe if the passengers don't notice, then maybe none of the other engines will.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's a bug too. because because every time that you're actually doing the runs on the game, there's always passengers that actually get into your coaches, and there obviously isn't any here. So I'm guessing that's a bug that needs to be fixed. Alright, it's telling us we can go 50, so we're just gonna trust it. Alrighty, we're on the main line, guys. Finally getting to open up some speed here. I appreciate that, Micah, but you definitely do not have to do that, man. Like I said, on your channel, it's about your growth. It's about your own audience. So you definitely don't have to shout me out if you don't want to. I don't normally do shout outs on my channel just because I don't want the risk of having people go and find other channels that I've shouted out and then they like them better and I lose subscribers. So I don't normally do shout outs very much anymore. But either way, like I said, that is totally up to you. Yeah, man. James's eyes are huge and goofy. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of James's CGI face. He looks a lot better in the classic series, but I can get over it. The other engines on here look a lot better than James, in my opinion, but then again, this is how he looked in the CGI series. I watched the classics whenever I was a kid. The classic was the ideal time to watch Thomas because the stories were actually pretty good. They were actual train models and not CGI renders, and their faces were really good. Since CGI, there's a few engines that look great, and then there's a few engines that look decent, and then there's a few engines that look horrible. I'll check that out later. You're playing Call of the Wild right now? Nice, man. Hope you find something good. We're going to do Call of the Wild tomorrow. So we are bringing it back tomorrow. And then we'll focus more on hunting and fishing stuff next week as well. So here in a couple weeks, we might bring Thomas back just to try to do some of the timetables and stuff on stream, just to have fun, just to chill and talk. But I think after today's stuff, I've shown all I can really show. I might do playthroughs for the stories, which the stories would be very short. I wouldn't show the entire journey. If I decide to do a playthrough for this game. But Resident Evil is what's going to come out next, so there's a Resident Evil video tonight, tomorrow night, and the next night, and it's over. So hopefully you guys enjoy those last my 3 episodes. Oh, there's a collectible there on the thing, I think. Slow down, me. Slow down, slow down. Oh no, it's bugged. My brakes are bugged. No! Are you serious, man? Come on. That bug right there is a very infrequent bug that is happening, and it's basically where the train just slows down. You can literally put all of your brakes into the train, and instead of the train coming to a stop, it literally wants to just keep going at medium speed. And they have said that it's more prone to happen whenever you have big loads, because the game is trying to simulate the fact that if you have a big load behind you, it's harder to stop. But they said that there is certain scenarios right now in the game, as well as free roam, where sometimes the train's brakes are not as tight as they need to be. So yeah, I'm gonna blame that on a bug. That was annoying, man. Dude, I hate when that stuff happens. Alright. We're just gonna restart it. For right now, man, I think you're the only one in chat with me, Micah. Everybody else is just kind of coming in, visiting for a little while, and then then they're heading out, doing their own things.
James and the van.
So yeah, I think it's just me and you in here right now, man.
It was a frosty morning.
But like I said, you don't have to encourage other people to join the chat or anything. Just let them do what they want to do, man. Just be here for yourself and talk to me on your own time. The other people can do what they want to do. I don't mind it.
Why couldn't Duck or Oliver do this?
He moaned.
A splendid engine like me should be pulling coaches, not these troublesome trucks.
But yeah, I'm excited for the new patch. They're going to make it to where you can skip cutscenes. They're going to add checkpoints now, so that way it doesn't start you over from the beginning.
You can have a drink and rest before your next
Music is supposed to be playing while you're driving the trains, which right now obviously it's bugged out, so it ain't playing any music.
A nice long rest
Yeah, there's a
will
lot
make me
of
feel
changes
much
coming to the
better.
game in this next patch, so I'm really excited for it. Alright, let's try this again, guys. That was very annoying. I think that was the end of the, Here we go. Thank you. But yeah, I think that was the end of the scenario too, and we ended up having a bug where it wouldn't let the train stop. Very, very annoying. You found a non-red fox in Emerald Coast yesterday? Nice, man. Oh, you're fine, Micah. I don't expect you to chat my head off or anything, man. Like I said, these streams on the extra games and stuff, they're just times for us to be able to chat, catch up with everybody, and just have some fun playing something different. So you don't gotta worry about it, man. I'm just kind of hanging out playing Thomas. So if people want to talk to me, they can. If they don't, that ain't no big deal to me. Like I said, this week I just decided to take a small break from Call of the Wild, and we took a little bit of a break last week as well. So this next week I'm planning on doing more hunting and fishing content rather than getting another game. So next week we'll be doing more of the normal stuff, and then tomorrow we'll get back on the Great One grinds. Yeah, we'll start doing this very, very cautiously, because obviously that bug like messed me up a few minutes ago. My brakes just did not even work. So we're gonna have to start braking very, very early now, just to make sure that we're able to stop where we need to stop. See, when you're by yourself, you don't really have to worry about it. See, look, I'm stopping properly now. Like, you can feel that he's coming to a stop here. But a few minutes ago, whenever we were approaching that station, I was hitting my brakes really hard, and James wasn't even stopping. Like, he slowed down a little bit, but he wasn't like braking, if that makes sense. So I definitely felt the bug a minute ago. We'll just have to be careful. Also, guys, don't forget, we're right around 300 hours right now from Super Chats coming to the channel. And I have decided that once we hit 3,000 and I get approved for Super Chats on the channel, we're going to be implementing them immediately. However, I'm not going to do memberships on the channel until we hit 1,000 subscribers. In my opinion, being in the low 500s, I shouldn't really be asking people to pay per month to help support the channel at that small of a time.
Soon they arrived back at the yard.
We will we'll do memberships later in the channel's life cycle, but we will do Super Chats pretty much as soon as I'm available for them.
Wind swirled around his smoke box.
But again, I'm not asking for any money from any of you guys or anything. But I want to be able to grow the channel and implement new things.
Right, said his fireman. I'll jump down and uncouple the trucks.
The easiest way to help is also being here, not just by being here on the stream, but also by going to some of my playthroughs and watching them. YouTube counts playthroughs more than it does count streams. So, and just go and watch my Call of the Wild videos if you guys want to. Watch my playthroughs. Like I said, that's how we'll grow the channel quickest.
There seems to be a problem with the coupling, said his fireman at last. It looks like we're going to have to take the van with us.
What? Exclaimed James. Pull my train and this horrible van too?
So like, James don't look bad right
won't.
there because his face
What
isn't
would
so
the
squished
other
up.
engines think if they
But when he's
found
making
out?
like his normal look, it's like his face isn't like a perfect circle,
Rumbled the van.
and therefore it makes him look
Now
kind of like
I'm stuck behind
lopsided.
you for the rest of the day.
He looks that way in the CGI episodes
Oh,
too.
come on, soothed this fireman.
So I'm not very fond of how
You
James
must
looks.
remember the passengers.
Just
We
like
can't
neutral
keep them
face.
standing out
But
in
whenever
the
he's actually
cold.
making faces, like when he's smiling, making like right there, he looks fine.
groaned James.
But
The sooner we
as soon as
take
he's like
these
at his like
passengers,
neutral
the sooner I can
like
get to
facial
the works
expression,
and
that's
get
whenever
my
whenever his face
coupling
looks
fixed.
weird. It's like he has to do facial expressions in order for his face to have the proper shape. And here's another bug. It was showing that I was holding my brake and I wasn't doing anything. Couldn't even move. Or do a super chat. I'm not sure what you're saying there, Mamaka. I don't know if you're asking me something or if you're telling me something. I'm not sure. That's a sentence fragment, and excuse me a little bit. Alright, let's get up here so that way we can go couple up again. Like I said, when we come up to these other stations, I'm going to have to brake very, very early. Just to make sure that if the game decides to bug out on me with the brakes, I'll be able to have enough time to stop. Alright, let's go get our other engines. Let's go get the people, rather. Other engines. I meant to say let's go get our passengers is what I meant to say. I'm getting tongue-tied. There we go.
James arrived at the platform, still cold and upset. As he watched the passengers,
You definitely don't have to do that, Micah, but I appreciate you, man.
Surprised to see that the passengers didn't.
It would be
take
nice
much
to see people
notice of him.
using it, so I do appreciate you, but you definitely do not
That's
have
good,
to.
he thought to himself. Maybe
I'm just wanting to
if
be
the
able to add
passengers
something to the
don't
channel to
notice,
help it grow, so I really
maybe
appreciate
none
you.
of the other engines will.
And hopefully, I'll be able to improve the channel further by getting better headphones, maybe even a microphone in the future, so I sound a lot clearer. Like I said, I do have plans to help grow my channel, but the channel has to start making some sort of income first. So I do appreciate it, but you definitely do not have to. Well, I appreciate you, man. I really do. Thank you. Alrighty. Attempt number 2. Now I know I can go wide open here, but as we approach the stations, I'll have to like really start braking early. What's up, James? Yeah, he's happy to be out here running the trains. Let's see what he's looking at. Dude, this is a fun way to play the game. Put your camera right on the front. It really is cool to see what the engines would be saying. Some horses over there. Sometimes my voice gets quieter when I'm streaming. Well, I do know that my headset sometimes fails to capture my voice, which is why I have to talk really loud. Because even though it's at a proper volume, my headset doesn't always capture my voice, and it causes me to sound a lot quieter than I'm really being. So I try to always make sure that my voice is kind of loud whenever I'm talking. So yeah, that's probably what it is. And if you're talking about like the fact that I stopped talking during the streams, it's usually just because I'm just locked into the game. I'm just focused on playing whatever game I'm playing, and if there's nobody talking to me in chat, I just kind of chill and play. And I'll speak whenever I feel that I need to make commentary on stuff. All right, let's start braking really early here. Like I said, I don't want the game to cheat me out of this again. Last time we overshot this because the game's brake system didn't want to work. It is working this time, but I'm still not going to risk it. Yeah, like right now I can tell that the brakes are working properly because I can literally, if it makes sense, I can literally feel the train trying to stop. Whereas a few minutes ago, it just felt like I was slowing down but not trying to actually stop. So, we're not going to overshoot this time. We'll just pull it in very gently. That was really good. Everybody in and everybody out. And as for me... Oh, never mind.
As James arrived at the station, he suddenly heard a familiar whistle. "Oh, no," said James. "It's Gordon." "Hello, little James. What are you doing coupled to that van?" asked Gordon. "Oh, is that what passes as a special coach nowadays?" Gordon puffed away,
What's up, Zero?
laughing. James tried to ignore him, and it wasn't long before the guard's whistle blew and they continued on their way.
Yeah, well, we'll continue on my way here in a minute. Oh, okay, so that's not actually... Okay, I thought that was a collectible. Let me see, is there any collectibles around here that I can see while they're loading? Is that one? No, that's a handle. Anything over here? I've gotten several collectibles, but I haven't found them all yet. Alright, let's go. Oh, James, why are you upset, man? Oh, because Gordon made fun of you. Well, that is tough sometimes. Okay, it's not giving us a speed limit, so I'm guessing we can just go wide open. It's gonna be so annoying if we end up crashing because the game didn't want to give us a speed limit. But right now it's not saying there is one, so I'm guessing that we're on the main line and we can just go wide open. So that's what I'm gonna trust. Yeah, I know, Zero. He's upset, man. But I mean, honestly, how do you not give someone a hard time whenever they have all these coaches, and then just this one freight car because you can't get it uncoupled? I mean, you can't resist that setup. Dude, this farmland and the map is so beautiful, man. They've done such a great job with the graphics, recreating the map. I mean, I love it. I actually feel like I'm on the island of Sodor as someone who was a classic Thomas watcher. I mean, those were the best times for Thomas. Was in the first few seasons, whenever it was actually real life train models and not just some CGI. All right, let's start braking. Please don't overshoot me again. Please don't overshoot me. Come on. It didn't let me stop again. Are you serious? I'm actually about to rage right now. We got to the first one just fine. I started braking over a mile away, and the game decides to bug out again and doesn't let me stop. Like, I know for a fact that should have stopped me right there because I was holding in the brakes for over 800 yards, and the game just and all he did was slow down. Oh my gosh. That's it. You're fine, Raven. I'm actually getting really upset right now. Like I said, they're supposed to patch this soon, but it's honestly making me want to play other scenarios right now because I want to see what James's scenarios are about because obviously I got the DLC for him. But the fact that the train's brake systems don't always work right now whenever you have big loads behind you. Again, it is a bug that they said where the game is causing it to be too difficult to stop whenever you have big loads. So I don't know. What do you guys want me to do? Do you guys want me to move on to a different scenario, or do you want me to try this one again? What do you guys want me to do? Because this makes the third time now that the game has messed me up for James's scenarios. I don't care a bit to try it again and just break even earlier if I need to, but it's whatever you guys want to do. Do you guys want to see other trains, or do you guys want me to keep doing it? You missed the stop animation. I get that. The 5-volt sandbar deer, level 3, not too bad, man. It's awesome. People in chat, what do you guys want to see me do? Do you guys want to see me replay the James scenario again, or do you guys want me to switch to a different train for a little bit? I mean, I'm just fine doing either way. I don't care to restart the James scenario again, but it's really annoying whenever it makes you start from the very beginning. Try a different scenario, Raven says. Like I said, I've already played the other stories. James's is the only one that's new to me. But we'll switch it over to another engine. I'm tired of trying the same one over and over again. Alright. What's over here? Oh, that's the one we were just doing. Okay. See, which one was a good one? Nope, I'm not playing Percy at all. Nope. I'm just looking to see which one it is. I really do like the Thomas Goes Fishing one, but we've already played that one last stream. That's a tutorial. I don't like Percy's missions right now because, like I said, Percy is completely bugged out. We'll do Emily. I like Emily's mission. Whoop. Plus, we haven't seen her on the channel yet.
Emily and the Express. Meanwhile, at Kelsthorpe, Emily was pulling a goods train and had to stop at a signal when the station master walked up. Gordon has broken down, he told her. Can you leave your trucks here, then go and find him and pull the express? Me, pull the express? Yes, sir, she said excitedly. And with that,
Emily went off to uncouple her trucks before setting off to find Gordon.
Alrighty. I'm trying to go. The game is not letting me move again. Can I go, please? I'm holding the throttle. Yeah, like, this is a very annoying bug. Come on. Why can't I move? There, now we're finally going. But extremely slowly. Good grief. Come on, Emily. Ignore the bugs. Let's go. Alright. Finally, it lets us move. Dude, I'm so ready for the patch, man. Like I said, this game is great, but the bugs really do get in the way right now. Especially the bugs involving your brakes. Either one, Micah. They both do a great job. I'm always a 300 and 375 fan when it comes to shooting 7 to 9 animals. I always like the 375 or the 300 myself. So Gordon is broke down. We're going to have to go help him, but we got to get rid of our coaches first. Gotta get back here to the back of the train so I can see what we're doing. I've also noticed that my speedometer isn't always working. Where the game shows you like how many miles per hour it'd recommend for the next portion of the tracks. I did realize that during the last missions it actually was not even appearing on the tracks a lot of the time. And I do think that's the reason why we were overshooting, is because the game wasn't giving me a recommended speed. And where I'm new, I was braking too late. And the train that I was hauling was too heavy for me to stop that quick, is the way I'm looking at it. So yeah, it definitely could just be a newbie thing, where I'm just new to train simulators. Or it could be a bug. I'm gonna go with the bug, because I know there's a lot of them right now. But it could be me as well. Go ahead and park this here, get rid of these. So that way we get on with the actual missions. Alright, Emily. Let's go help Gordon. I really like Emily's horn. It's so rustic and old style of a train horn. I love that. I love that whistle. It's so unique. Let's go, Micah. Don't worry, Gordon, we're coming! Got a long way to go, though, so I'm just gonna floor it. I have played this scenario before. I don't remember everything. But I do know that it's just basically a straight shot, and you're allowed to just, you can just go top speed. Plus, this countryside is really pretty. I do love it. I wish there was a little bit more things to look at besides just grass fields, but I mean, that is kind of realistic in a way. Also, guys, while you're here in the chat, what have you guys been enjoying Thomas? Is it better than you guys thought it would be for a live stream, or are you guys just here to hang out pretty much? Like, are you guys enjoying the game itself? Hello, Emily. She's excited to go help Gordon. Yeah, it really is a cool game, Raven. And if you guys don't like the Thomas version and would rather play a realistic version, they do have Train Sim World 5, which I heard is better than 6. 6 is out. But people are saying that if you don't want to play the Thomas game, that Train Simulator 5 is the way to go right now. And they have a Thomas DLC for it if you want to play as Thomas and Diesel. But it is pretty expensive though. Train Sim World's DLCs and stuff are usually pretty up there in money. You like the game? That's awesome, Zero. I'm glad to see you guys enjoying it. I'm really excited to see it after the patch too. Like, I don't know when the patch is supposed to be coming, but it's gonna be very cool to actually hear like the music in the background while we're traveling down the road. Whistle at the farmers. And it's also going to be really nice to be able to trust the brakes on all the engines again. I'm also excited to play through the scenarios and see if they actually do add checkpoints, because they said that it is something that is coming, but I don't know if they confirmed that it's coming with the update or not. But yeah, in my opinion, to make the stories better, you should be able to skip the cutscenes, and you should be able to have checkpoints. So that way, if you get to like the very last mission and then derail, it'll just start you at the previous station instead of starting you from the very beginning of the mission. Because some of these missions can actually take 20 to 30 minutes to do because of all the traveling. And for the game to literally start you over from the very beginning just because you derail at the very last second, it's very annoying, to say the least. But it's a great game though. I've had a great time with it. And I've actually been playing it off stream too. I've completed all the other scenarios and stuff. It's been fun. I've enjoyed it. What's up, Speedy? Welcome to the stream, guys. What's up, Ashton? How do you whistle? On PS5, you want to click your left stick. So your right stick is how you look left and right. And if you hold it, it makes your camera rise. Your left stick makes you whistle. But it's unfortunately a scripted whistle, so it doesn't whistle as many times as you click the stick. Whenever you click the stick, it randomizes what whistle you're going to hear. So you're either going to hear like 3 or 4 whistles, or you'll just hear one singular whistle. Because every time you click the stick, it randomizes the way that your engines are going to whistle. So like there, that was 1. But as you saw there, I only hit the button once and it whistled 3 times. What's up, Gordon? Oh yes, and if you're passing up other engines, make sure you guys whistle at them. Because they will whistle back at you as long as they're close enough to hear your whistles. But yeah, I was a classic Thomas from a watcher. Whenever I was a real little kid, I watched the classic episodes back whenever they were like actual train models. And I loved Thomas and the Magic Railroad. I really loved that movie as a kid. And my brakes are failing again. Are you serious? It's gonna rob me of the scenario, isn't it? Yeah. Do you guys see the bug? That is the most annoying bug in this game right now, is that right there. I literally have been braking for over 600 yards, and by the time you get up there, it won't let you stop because you're still rolling too fast. And I didn't even have a train behind me that time. So I know that was the bug because I literally was holding in the brakes that entire time and it would not stop. Ugh. I'm honestly getting to the point now where it's like, I want to play these stories for you guys, but I'm really getting fed up with the bugs. Like, I'm getting tired of the brakes not working on the trains and stuff. We'll try another one. We'll do the Thomas Goes Fishing one. We didn't get to complete that one the other day. And I actually do really like this story. Guys, I'm sorry about me failing the missions. Again, it's not my fault. The game has riddled with bugs right now, and they're going to be patching them, but
fishing.
All you can do is just keep playing and just hope that everything works out your next run.
When Thomas puffed along his branch line, he always looked forward to something special. The sight of the river. As he rumbled over the bridge, he would see people fishing. Thomas often wanted to stay and watch.
I don't blame him. We love our hunting and fishing on the channel.
One day, Thomas stopped as usual to take on water at the station by the river. Out of order? Bother! I'm thirsty. Never mind, Thomas, said his driver. We'll get some water from the river.
All right, let's go get some water.
They found a bucket and some rope, and went to the bridge.
Yeah, in the classic series, Gordon was always my favorite. I liked all the trains, but Gordon was my favorite in the classic series. Alright, Thomas, let's get you some water from the river. This was a good episode in the series as well. I love how they recreated it here. I'm down from the cab. Alright, let's get Thomas some water. Oh, nice, Mike. I hope you get him, man. Hope you make a good shot on him. Get the bucket.
That's good. That's good, puffed Thomas happily.
Nice. Let's get him some more. Dude, I don't know what it is about this mission, but just the fact that this mission has the most cutscenes, where it shows your person, like, actually filling up Thomas and everything. It's, like, literally the most innovative mission in the entire game right now. But, like I said, the missions are really great. It's just the bugs kills them, because, like I said, if your engines don't want to brake properly every time you play the missions, it can really screw you up right now. Because if you overshoot your stop, even if it ain't your fault, you do have to start the entire mission over. So, I am ready for them to be checkpoints. It should be the last time, if I remember correctly. Alrighty. Climb back into the cab. Close the door so we don't accidentally fall out. Yes, Wolf Boss. On the post section, I can tell that you didn't see my post, which is totally fine. But yesterday on the post section, I did put it. Zero actually put a post on my Discord, and then through Zero, whenever I discovered it. So I took that post and I put it on the post section yesterday. So yes, I'm very excited that they're fixing the haggis. So our multiplayer stream at the end of the month this month will be just a normal multiplayer stream. And then next month, whenever they put the patch out, I'll be trying to do a few more streams while I'm hunting for the haggis. I'm also hoping that they reveal if it's a one-time spawn or not. I don't know if you can get multiple haggises or if you just get one and done. I don't know how it works. If you guys already know, let me know. But again, I'm mainly just wanting one. I don't care if it's a diamond or if it's or what kind it is. If they ever bring it to where you can mount the full animal onto a plaque and not just a piece of food, at that point I'll become a little bit more picky. But for now, I'm just mostly just gonna be hunting the haggis and say I got one. And then once I have the haggis on my wall, I don't care if I lose any of them at that point. We'll let Scotland be a multiplayer map after we get our haggis. So. Dude, Michael, let's go. I just now noticed what you said. You found another one. My goodness, man. Yeah, your luck is insane today, buddy. I'm excited to see those trophies on Discord, man. Make sure to take your time. Make sure you make a good shot on them. Let's go. That's awesome. Zero. Calm down, Zero. I'm sure you'll get lucky eventually. Hello, everybody. At least my brakes are working this time. Load passengers, even though there's no passengers wanting to be loaded at the moment. Which I think that's kind of cool, that some of the stations you go to, there isn't anybody waiting to actually take Thomas's train or whoever you're driving. And it's supposed to symbolize the fact that they're waiting for another train. So I think that's kind of cool. That some stations you'll get passengers and some stations you won't. The way this story ends is really funny, by the way, guys. If you have never seen this Thomas story on the TV show, Thomas Goes Fishing, there's a reason why it's titled that way, and I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but the way this episode ends is actually pretty funny. Dude, they also need to add acoustics. They need to make it to where when you're going through these tunnels, you can literally hear the train rattling off the tunnel's walls. And they need to make it to where when you whistle, that it actually echoes. They do need to improve that for tunnels, in my opinion. And also, they need to make it to where your lights come on automatically, so that way you're not just in the pitch black dark. Like, I have noticed that the only time your headlights come on is during the storylines. Whenever you're doing them, or not the storylines, but whenever it's supposed to be scripted. Like right now, obviously my headlamp wasn't on there. Now, Michael, you better be careful, man. You just told everybody that you're finding pieballs and stuff on your maps. Zero might just come to your map and steal all of them from you. And that's how the brakes are supposed to work. Yep, we actually got passengers at this station. See, this station, there actually was passengers waiting on Thomas. So now I'm going to see people walking inside. It's pretty cool. And that's everybody that's waiting on this particular train, it looks like. Nope, there's one more. 2 more. 3 more. Make sure that I got everybody. Alright, if you guys missed the train, it ain't my fault.
Suddenly, Thomas began to feel a pain in his boiler. "Oh dear," groaned Thomas. "I think I'm going to burst. I've got such a pain. I've got such a pain."
I know you won't, Zero. I was giving you a hard time, man. Yeah, but I do believe this is where it comes to an end, if I ain't mistaken. It's either this one or one more stop. And the way the story ends is funny.
They stopped just outside the last station, uncoupled Annie and Clarabelle, and ran Thomas, who was still groaning, onto a siding right out of the way. Then, while the guard telephoned for an engine inspector, the driver found a notice with large letters, which he hung on Thomas in front and behind. "Danger, keep away." Soon, the inspector and Sir Topham Hatt arrived.
"Cheer up, Thomas," they said. "We'll soon put you right."
The driver told them what had happened. "So the feed pipe is blocked," said the inspector. "I'll just look in the tanks."
This is where it gets funny.
He climbed up and peered in. Then he came down. Excuse me, sir. Please look in the tank and tell me what you see. Certainly, Inspector, replied Sir Topham Hatt. He clambered up, looked in, and nearly fell off in surprise. Inspector, he whispered, can you see fish?
He really did go fishing.
Gracious goodness me, how did the fish get there, driver? We must have fished them from the river with our bucket, replied Thomas's driver.
And apparently didn't look inside the bucket.
Well, Thomas, you and your driver have been fishing. But fish don't suit you. We must get them out.
They go fishing.
They all took turns fishing in Thomas's tank, while Sir Topham Hatt looked on and told them how to do it. Never mind, Thomas, said Sir Topham Hatt. You will be all right now. There's no need to worry yourself any more. But, he added, I do hope that you and your driver won't go fishing again, as I don't think it suits engines. Do you? No, sir, said Thomas sadly. Engines shouldn't go fishing. It's too uncomfortable.
Well, I mean, he could go fishing, but instead of throwing the fish in his tank, just keep them in the bucket, I guess. But yeah, I've always kind of liked that story as a kid, because where I fish and hunt. I always thought that was so funny how Thomas accidentally went fishing. I will say though that he must have some terrible, terrible drivers, because how do you get water out of a river and not look in the bucket as you're pulling it up and then see that there's fish swimming around in the bucket? But hey, it's a funny story. I'm fine with it. All right, guys. I'm gonna step away just for a minute, everybody. I'm gonna go back to the main menu so that way there'll be some music playing on the stream. If there's any mods or just anybody in the chat right now, if people come in and ask where I'm gone, just let them know that I've stepped away to use the bathroom and to also take my dog outside. We got about another hour left in the stream, so whenever I get back, we'll just continue doing the same things. We'll play some other scenarios and stuff. But I'll be right back, guys. What's up, guys? Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. My dog wanted to take her sweet little time. Let me refresh the stream real quick. What's up, Speedy? Welcome to the stream, man. Is there going to be any more add-on this map? Yes. At least that's my assumption. They have not confirmed it. But I am assuming that they will, because if you can see my little cursor, there's all of this island space, right? Like, there's all of this area that has not even been touched yet. So yes, I do believe that they are going to be bringing it. I also believe that they're going to bring other engines as well, because I mean, they're already referencing other trains, like, during the stories and stuff. So I'm sure that Henry's going to be coming, Oliver, and a Duck has been teased. So yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure that they're going to be, like, really expanding the stories on this island. And who knows, they may even redo the add on to the map in time. For me, my biggest wish for this game is to make it multiplayer, so that way you and your friends can really drive around the island of Sodor together at the same time. That would be incredible, in my opinion. And then, of course, there's a patch coming saying that's going to be fixing a lot of the problems with the game right now. It is kind of buggy at the moment. Brakes don't always work the way they're supposed to, and if you mess up on a level, it starts you over from the very beginning. But they are supposed to be incorporating checkpoints, make it to where you can skip the cutscenes, because right now you can't skip them. And obviously they're going to be fixing the brakes on some of these engines, because it's supposed to be a little bit more difficult to stop a bigger train compared to a smaller one on the game, because they're trying to simulate that. But apparently it's too strong, and it's making it to where the trains are having too hard of a time at random times to stop. So whenever you hit your full brakes, you're only stopping a little bit instead of the full like the full punch it's supposed to have. So they're supposed to be fixing that as well. But yeah, man, as far as I'm concerned, yes, I am almost 100% positive they'll be adding new things. Thomas is really cool, man. It's a really, really cool game. It's a really, really cool game. Alright, guys, so before we end the stream today, we have 45 minutes. I am going to try one more time to get this James DLC done. I wanted to complete all of his scenarios today in stream, but like I said, we got cheated out of this 3 different times today. One of them was just me not paying attention, but the other 2 was due to the braking bug. The game made us overshoot the stopping points, even though I was hitting the brakes like really hard for a long time. So we are going to go ahead and try to do this again. I'm not going to talk during the cutscenes because I would like a clean run. And hopefully we'll be able to get it done this time. So let's go ahead and start the James one again, and hopefully we'll get through it this next attempt.
James and the van. It was a frosty morning on the island of Sodor, and James was bringing a goods train from the Little Western. He was cold and tired, and wouldn't stop complaining. Why couldn't Duck or Oliver do this, he moaned. A splendid engine like me should be pulling coaches, not these troublesome trucks. Don't worry, James, said his fireman. We've nearly reached the yard now, so you can have a drink and a rest before your next train. Good, James replied. A nice long rest will make me feel much better.
Alrighty. Let's all cross our fingers and hope that the game lets us complete it this time, and that we don't have to encounter the braking bugs. We're already encountering a bug right now, though. I'm putting full throttle and we're not budging. Come on. There we go. Now it's letting me do it. Alright, guys. Hello, everybody. Let's go ahead and start slowing down. It says we need to be going 30 miles an hour when we get through here, so that's what we'll do. Right now, the brakes are working fine, so hopefully they'll continue doing this. Try to get it to stop right at the point. Perfect. So far, so good. How you feeling, James? Feeling good? Good. Not having to worry about any bugs at the moment. Again, though, it was towards them. It was after we get the express, because the express is really heavy on the game, so it's a little bit bugged at the moment when you're pulling the express. It's a little bit tougher to stop than it's intended to be, or just any of the big long trains.
Soon they arrived back at the yard. James was still feeling rather upset, and as he stood in the yard, the icy wind swirled around his smokebox. "Bother this cold weather," he shivered. "Right," said his fireman. "I'll jump down and uncouple the trucks. Then we can go and fetch the coaches." He walked over to the coupling and tried to uncouple it. But try as he might, it would not budge. "What's going on back there?" asked James. "I'm going to be late for my passengers." "There seems to be a problem with the coupling," said his fireman at last. "It looks like we're going to have to take the van with us." "What?" exclaimed James. "Pull my train and this horrible van too? No, I won't. What would the other engines think if they found out?" "Great," grumbled the van. "Now I'm stuck behind you for the rest of the day." "Now come on," soothed his fireman. "We must remember the passengers. We can't leave them standing out in the cold." "Fine," groaned James. "The sooner we take these passengers, the sooner I can get to the works and get my coupling fixed."
Alrighty. So let's take this one coach with us. Oh, might be better if I were to go forward instead of back. Come on, buddy, you're gonna be a best friend for the day. The more the merrier, right? Alright, let's go get the express. I don't know why it doesn't just let me back straight into the express. It wants me to stop right here first and then go get them. And whatever works, I guess. Come on. If you guys can hear pitter-pattering or squeaking in the background, it's my dogs. He's decided it's playtime. If you guys hear anything in the background, that's what's going on. Is it playtime, Ming? Mommy just got home, so she's excited. She's got her toy and she's like just throwing it up in the air, catching it, squeaking it. My goodness, she's hilarious. This is our big old ham, as we call her. Alright, let's start braking super early. Like I said, I'm going to try my best to not get cheated out of this one this time. I'm going to start braking extremely early during this scenario. Right now my brakes are working fine, but they did the same thing to us the last run, and at the very, very last stop, they decided to not want to stop the train.
James arrived at the platform, still cold and upset. As he watched the passengers begin to board the train, he was surprised to see that the passengers didn't take much notice of the ban. That's good, he thought to himself. Maybe if the passengers don't notice, then maybe none of the other engines will.
That's the way to look at it, James. That was good. That was a good echo. Alrighty, let's open her up and try to get this thing going. What's up, horsies? Alright, let's start braking really early. Yeah, like right now, I can tell that I'm already experiencing the bug. Like, you can tell when you're experiencing the bug because whenever you're holding the brakes in, your controller vibrates a lot more. If you have a controller. And right now, it's just kind of vibrating like zzz, zzz, like that. So you can tell that it's only working a little bit. We'll speed up a little bit more here, but not by much. Congrats, Zero, for winning. I'm assuming that you guys are doing competitions. Hope you guys are having fun. Also, guys, I have decided that I'm going to put a poll out tonight after Resident Evil has launched, or maybe after the stream, actually. But yeah, when the stream ends, I'll be putting a poll out on the channel to let you guys decide what great ones you want to see me go for tomorrow. We're only going to pursue 2 of them out of the 3, so make sure that you guys vote. We're going to be, like I said, it'll be Mule Deer and Fallow, Mule Deer and Wolf, Wolf and Fallow, Wolf and Mule Deer. So make sure that you guys vote between those options. Oh, that plan worked out so much better.
As James arrived at the station, he suddenly heard a familiar whistle. "Oh no," said James. "It's Gordon." Hello, little James. What are you doing coupled to that van? Asked Gordon. Oh, is that what passes as a special coach nowadays? Gordon puffed away, still laughing. James tried to ignore him, and it wasn't long before the guard's whistle blew and they continued on their way.
Alright, on to the next stop. We still don't have any speed limits in front of us, so we should be able to just floor it. But again, once we get to a mile, I'm just going to start braking because I don't trust the game right now with the brake system. So we are going to go a little overkill with braking before the stations. I really don't want to be reset again. So pretty, man. I can't say it enough. They have really knocked this map out of the park, man. It is a beautiful, beautiful, very zen game. I mean, like, if you're just wanting a game to just kind of sit back and relax and just take it easy and see some video game scenery and stuff like that, it's really nice. It's a very nice, chill, relaxing game, in my opinion. Alright, we're below miles. Let's start braking. I do not want to overshoot anymore. We'll just stay around 60 for now. And then once it starts counting down from 800, at that point we'll start really slowing down. This is where it messed us up last time, and I will not have it happen again. Even if it means us having to crawl into the station, we will. Alright, I think we're good. Yeah, that plan's working out a lot better. Everybody aboard!
James soon arrived at Wellsworth Station. As the passengers began to board, he suddenly noticed the station master talking to someone with a large wooden box.
"I'm sorry, but you can't bring this on the train," said the station master. "There isn't enough space. You'll need to wait for the mail train later tonight."
"But I'm performing in an important concert," explained the passenger, "and I must get myself and my piano there on time."
That's a piano in that little box?
James listened carefully.
Golly.
And suddenly, an idea came to him. "Excuse me," he called, "but you could try putting your piano into my van. I'm sure it would fit, and it would mean you could get to your concert on time." The passenger was delighted. "That's a wonderful idea, James," said the passenger. "What a clever engine you are." James felt rather pleased with himself.
That is a clever idea, but man, that's gotta be the world's smallest piano, man.
"This piano is heavy," moaned the van. "Why did we have to take it?" "Do stop your complaining," puffed James. "All this fuss over one wooden box." "The piano is loaded now, so it's almost time for us to get going,"
said James to the passenger. So the passenger hurried quickly to their carriage, and moments later the guard blew his whistle, and James knew it was time to leave.
Alrighty. Alright. I'm guessing this is the last stop. I'm glad that it's going our way this time. Like I said, we just can't trust the brake system as it's bugged right now in the game. So as soon as you get to 1 mile, as soon as it goes down like 0.9, it's better to go ahead and just start braking and trying to get into like the 50-mile-an-hour zone. It really is a beautiful day today on the island. And if you guys haven't already, please make sure that you guys like the stream. If you guys want to see this return in the future after the update, please make sure that you guys hit the like button for me. And then after the stream ends tonight, if you go back to the comment section and let me know you'd like to see more, I would really appreciate it. Like I said, we are going to take a break from Thomas until they come out with a new patch. And next week we're going to focus primarily on hunting and fishing games. But the week after next, we might do some more variety stuff. So if you guys want to see this game return in 2 weeks, make sure that you guys let me know. Alright, let's go ahead and start braking before I overshoot again. We're encountering the bug, guys. Come on. This ain't good. I mean, we're braking at least. Okay, the bug quit. The controller's vibrating normal now, so yes. We are decelerating. Okay, good. For a few seconds there, it was bugging out on me. The controller wasn't even hardly vibrating, meaning that it wasn't sensing us braking. But it looks like that we might be able to stop just in time. I'm just putting the full brakes on it now, guys. Come on. Stop, James. Stop. We're so close. Oh, thank goodness. Huh. Oh, that worried me to death. But we're good.
At the next station, Sir Topham Hatt was waiting for James to arrive. He was surprised to see a goods van in front of his coaches. He was just about to ask him about it when the owner of the piano came over to see him. "This clever engine and his crew came to my rescue," he explained. "They helped me to transport my piano in time for my band's concert tonight. And James offered to help. You must be very proud of him." "Indeed I am," smiled Sir Topham Hatt. "James, your quick thinking has helped a passenger in need, and you've once again proven yourself to be a really useful engine."
Why, thank you.
"Thank you, sir," puffed James proudly. "Hey, what about me?" cried the man. "I had to carry the piano."
Poor thing's jealous.
Sir Topham Hatt turned his attention to the van. "I hear you helped one of my passengers today," he said. "So I must thank you as well. You are a very useful van indeed, and you've even given me an idea. Perhaps we should consider adding vans to all our passenger trains in future." "I think that's a good idea, sir," said James. "Getting stuck to a goods van wasn't such a bad thing after all." The van was pleased, but a little embarrassed. He wasn't used to getting praise like this,
and was looking forward to his next passenger train.
I wonder if that guy's going to be a troublesome truck anymore, or if he's done being troublesome. That actually went better than I expected. I am very happy about that. Yeah, that new plan worked out for us, guys. Like I said, we were in that very last stop. And when I started braking, I could literally feel in my controller that it was just kind of like a vroom, vroom, like for the vibrations. And yeah, I could tell that it was bugging because it was the brakes just weren't being applied properly. And then thankfully, just a few seconds after the bug had started, it straightened itself out, and we actually was able to stop in time. So very, very happy about that. All right, we got one more scenario for James, it seems, guys. We are going to try to complete this before the stream is over, so let's go ahead and get it started. I believe this is James' last scenario, if I ain't mistaken.
First class engine. Early one morning, Percy arrived back at Tidmouth Sheds, very tired. "Morning, Percy," said Thomas. "You do look tired." "Yes, I am," said Percy sleepily. "I was up all night delivering the mail. It seems like there are more letters and parcels than ever." "Heh," scoffed James. "You're only a little engine. No wonder you struggle to manage those heavy vans. Perhaps Sir Topham Hatt should give the job to another engine, or even Harold. I'm sure they could manage the work." "I can manage fine on my own, thank you," said Percy firmly.
"Perhaps," said a voice, "you could do with a little help, Percy."
It was Sir Topham Hatt, who had just arrived and had heard everything.
"James, you think another engine should help take the mail. I think that's a very good idea, and I'm sure Percy wouldn't mind the lighter workload for a while."
Percy was pleased, and James looked smug. That was until Sir Topham Hatt continued.
"I'm assigning both you and Percy to tonight's mail run. You can help him collect all the letters and parcels that need to go to the mainland."
James was horrified.
That's not what I meant.
"But, sir," he protested, "I'm supposed to be taking the express in the morning, and I can't do that if I've been busy all night pulling the mail train."
"I'm sure Emily wouldn't mind taking the express in your place, James," replied Sir Topham Hatt. "Now the decision is final, so I'll hear no more about it."
And Sir Topham Hatt turned and walked away.
Honestly, Harold would be a really, really cool addition to the game. I just thought about that. Harold has some episodes in the TV show, and it'd be really cool if you could actually take to the skies and actually fly over the island. That would be actually really cool. I never thought about that.
Later that night, James and Percy had collected their mail vans and were waiting for them to be loaded at Knapford Station. Percy was trying to explain to James what he had to do, but James was taking no notice. "James, you must remember to collect all the bags of mail at each station," explained Percy. "Sometimes the mail will arrive by road, so you have to be patient and wait for the van to arrive and be loaded into your train before you leave." But James was too busy thinking about getting back to his shed and waking up to pull the morning express. Just then, the guard's whistle blew, and the two engines set off.
Oh dear. I wonder how this is going to work out.
"Good luck, James," said Percy. "I'll manage fine, thank you," James grumbled. Silly Percy, thinking I can't manage a few bags of mail. It can't be that difficult.
Alright, let's go. Can we go? Oh, it's that one bug where we can't start moving. Come on, I'm pushing the throttle. Can we move? There we go. Now the game finally lets me move. Alright, let's get going. I don't know what's going on with your old competition, but that sounded funny. I forgot I had night vision. I'm guessing you guys are hunting at night and you forgot you had that. That's funny. Dude, nighttime on this island is so nice. I think it needs to be a little bit brighter, but not by much. Alright, let's pick up the pace. That's so cool, you can see Percy going on his route. Good luck, Percy! Dude, that's so pretty, man. I love the lighting. I can't see! That's better. How you doing, James? Feeling good, man? Nice. Now, our train cars are not that long, so I'm guessing that we shouldn't have that hard of a time to stop. But I really don't want to be, like I said, I don't want the bug to come into play. So when we get to about 0.6 on the miles, I will start braking. Alrighty. Yeah, it's working properly now. Like I said, the only time you really encounter the braking bug is whenever you have really big loads. So normally, if you're just driving as the train itself, you still can happen. It can still happen. As we saw earlier in the Emily part of the game, when I tried to do the Emily story earlier, it was just me and the train, and it still wouldn't work. But that's extremely rare. Most of the time, the only time you're going to have trouble braking is whenever you have the really big loads. So I'm looking forward to the patch. Looking forward to all the trains stopping the way they were meant to.
Right, let's get all this mail loaded into the vans. Then we can be on our way.
Can I pick it up from here? No? Okay, so I gotta actually be the person. Oh, that's cool! I actually get to do something as the driver. The only other mission I think you get to get out of the trains with is the one for Thomas, where he goes fishing, if I ain't mistaken. Oh, I found a whistle. Cool. I didn't even know there was a whistle there.
That's all the mail from this station. Let's get going. The sooner we finish collecting all this mail, the sooner I can get back to my shed.
I hear you, James. We'll get it done quick, man. Quick as we can. What's up, Speedy? Is this for Xbox Series X? No. I'm exclusive to the PlayStation 5 on my channel. We're mostly a hunting and fishing content on my channel, but we also do some variety stuff every other week. So, like this week, we wanted to do Thomas because it was releasing this week, and I really wanted to play it. So we're doing 2 Thomas streams. Tomorrow we're going back to Call of the Wild and doing some Great One grind. And then we'll probably do some more hunting and fishing stuff next week. But the week after that, we might return to Thomas, especially if they brought the patch to the game. So, we're also releasing with my playthrough of Resident Evil 9 Requiem on the channel at the same time. So, like I said, we do occasionally do some other games, but we are mostly a hunting and fishing channel. Although, I ain't gonna lie to you guys, these past couple of weeks has been a lot more enjoyable to me playing a variety of games rather than just Call of the Wild. So a lot of me has been thinking about doing that on my channel, actually changing the channel to be a variety channel. Where we still play Call of the Wild and stuff, but it may not be the only game we play for all 3 streams a week. Because I really have enjoyed doing it this way, where it's like we play a bunch of different games in the same week instead of just one game all week. But again, I'm just debating that. I'm not saying it's actually going to be what's happening. Because I still do love Call of the Wild and hunting and fishing games, but I've had a blast doing a bunch of different stuff. Alright, here at the next station. We're here to collect the mail.
It looks like the station master is waiting for us.
Hello, James, said the station master. Some of the mail arriving by road has been delayed, so you'll need to wait for it to arrive. In the meantime, here is the rest of the mail for you.
Bother,
muttered James.
This is sure to make me late now.
Alright, let's get this mail. Oh, I thought I was the person there for a minute. Let's see, grab this. Bunch of mail this time. Alright.
Come on, driver. We can't afford to be late.
I'm trying, man.
Wait, James, wait,
called the station master.
But James didn't stop. He was determined not to be late and wanted to prove he was better than Percy.
Well, I would have stopped, but the game won't let me, man. Sorry. Guess we're going on to the next station without our mail. Is that you? I'm not sure, man. You could have been. Also, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you. You're hunting for fun? I hear that, bull. Are you hunting for anything in particular, or are you just hunting whatever? Alright guys, I'm trying to punch it because we're running out of time for the stream. I'd really like to be able to complete this scenario before the stream ends. And like I said guys, if you have enjoyed today's stream and want to see more Thomas on the channel, make sure that you guys like it for me. And then after the stream ends, go to the comment section down below the stream and let me know that you'd like to see more. And then in 2 weeks, we may return to it. We're not going to come back next week because I feel like we spent a lot of time with it this week, unless you guys just want it to come back. So, we'll do some other hunting and fishing games next week, and then the week after that, we'll do more variety stuff. I think that's how we'll do the channel, guys. I'm pretty sure that's how I'd like to run it now. So 1 week be all hunting and fishing, and then the next week be whatever I want it. It'll just be like other stuff, if I want to do other things. Because I do enjoy doing stuff other than just Call of the Wild all the time. But I do, but like I said, it'll still be part of the channel, and it'll still be mostly what we do. It's just nice to take a break sometimes. Alright, let's apply the brakes. Oh, I hear you, Wolf. That's a lot of fun to do sometimes. Dude, I'll tell you one thing. I'm excited for Way of the Hunter 2. Way of the Hunter 2 looks like it's going to be so good compared to the first game. I'm excited to see what they have for that one. A little bit too early. There we go.
As James arrived at Marin Station, the station master ran up to him looking rather upset.
James, he said, I've had a phone call from the station master at Wellsworth, and he tells me that you didn't wait for the mail to arrive by road. James felt foolish. Now, continued the station master, we have arranged for the mail to be brought here. So please can you wait for it to arrive? It's vital that this important mail reaches its destination on time. This time, James listened carefully, and suddenly an idea came to him.
If I deliver all the important mail, he thought, then I'm sure that Sir Topham Hatt will say I'm really useful. Maybe even more useful than Percy.
Don't worry, sir, said James to the station master. I promise I'll wait for the mail to arrive and make sure it gets to the mainland in time. That's a good engine, smiled the station master. The mail won't be long now, so you'll soon be on your way again. So James waited for the mail to arrive.
I hear that, Zero. I know plenty of people that went
He
from...
didn't have to wait long.
Hang on a
He
second.
heard a car horn coming from nearby, and then watched as a red post van pulled into the station car park.
All right. What I was saying is, yeah, I know several people that whether it was Call of the Wild or what other game have you, I do know a few people that went from playing on console to playing on PC or vice versa, and it can be annoying. For a minute there, why didn't it let me? There we go. It wouldn't let me change to be the driver there for a minute. Alrighty.
Soon the important mail was loaded, and James puffed quickly away. He was determined to make up for lost time, but was even more determined to prove that he could be as patient as Percy.
Yeah, it can be a struggle, Zero. It definitely can to go from playing on console to PC or vice versa. So, but I'm glad to hear that you're getting better at it, man. I'm glad to see that you're leveling up and getting some perks. Hopefully, you get some good trophies on the PlayStation. Dude, I love seeing new parts of the island that I haven't seen yet. I wish that pre-roam worked the way it's supposed to. Like I said, pre-roam is not working correctly right now. A lot of the signals are reading danger whenever they should all be down, so you can just really roam around. So, again, just another thing for us to look forward to on the next patch. That's a beautiful river, man. Alright, let's start braking. Alrighty, almost to our destination. Nice. Oh, they're on this side this time. Well, there's no trains coming. That'll work. Can I put them back in there? There we go. Got more stops to do, guys. Like I said, we are going to complete this mission before the stream ends today. I hear that, Zira. I mean, you gotta do what you're comfortable with, so I ain't gonna judge you for that. Like I said, I think it would be pretty cool if you actually did do a grind on PS5, just so that way you could say that you got one on both systems. But I mean, like, I totally get you, man. Oh, there's the church from the classic series. That's cool. I wonder if Harold's airfield is on here or something. Where, like, I wonder if Harold is actually on the map, but you just only get to see him if you're in certain parts or something. Yeah, that would be really cool if you got to play as Harold and actually get to fly around the map. Luckily, this station wasn't too far away. Alrighty. Now arriving at our next destination. That'll work. Ooh, a painting. Nice. Only got 3 more paintings left and I've got all the paintings in the game. Like I said, I would have already been exploring the island, but free roam doesn't work properly. So, if you're wanting to find collectibles, the best way to do it is literally just to play the storyline and just stop at the places you want to stop. Golly, we're a long way away from this one. Still no speed limit though, so apparently we can go as fast as we want. The game ain't telling us there's any danger anywhere. So let's just put the pedal to the metal, guys. Dude, I would have loved it. Now I like the fact that it's James because he's really fast too. But I think it'd been really cool if they allowed Gordon to do this mission. Where you're traveling for so far on the island, it would be crazy. It'd be crazy to do the 90-mile-an-hour stuff. Because Gordon can get up to 90 miles an hour on the game. So this would be a lot of fun to play as him, in my opinion. But James is still really fast, so I don't mind it. Pretty river. Going 80 miles an hour, guys. We're just cruising. Alright, so apparently James's top speed is like 80 to 81. So he's apparently the second fastest train on the island, it seems. I did not know that. He might be able to reach 90, I'm not sure. I thought it was just a Gordon thing, but it might be like the max speed for all trains. Yeah, it's really a fast train, ain't it? I'm loving it, man. I love being able to just deploy it down through here. This is how fast travel, or not fast travel, but this right here is how free roam is supposed to be working in the game. Where you're able to just travel for wherever you want to go, however you want to get there. But, like I said, the signals are bugged right now, and it makes it to where they're reading danger and you can't pass them up. So, unfortunately, free roam isn't working at the moment. At least it's not working properly. But guys, Gordon is a lot more fun, because you can go like to 90 miles an hour as a Gordon. Alright, let's start braking. We're going extremely fast, so we're going to start braking now. Get down to a manageable speed so we can stop up here. We're still about 0.7 out, so we'll go about 60 now, instead of 80. It should be at least a little bit more manageable. Alright, and now we should be able to start braking entirely. Dude, that was a fun run. I enjoy going that fast. That was awesome. Nice little way to just kind of end things. I think this is going to be the last stop. I'm not sure, though. I have been wrong several times. But I think this is like stop number 4 or 5. And in most of the scenarios that I've played through, you don't really stop at too many of the other ones than that. Oh, that was a fun run, man. That one was fun. I wonder if this is the last stop or if we still have more to go. Found another whistle. Dude, I'm finding whistles by accident. Like, I don't even see them laying down there or anything. Alrighty. Let me check and see if there's any collectibles, guys. Give me 1 second. I don't really care too much about my time, because I'll be playing this again in the future anyways. Yeah, I don't see any. Okay. Let's move on. I can come here and take my time later. Golly, this is a long mission, man. I didn't expect for the mission to be this long. Usually, I don't think I've had one this long yet. And the stream is needing to end, but I mean, like I said, some of these missions can take a little while. We're gonna get to the next station, guys, but unfortunately, if the next station is not our last one, I'll have to end the stream, whether we've completed the scenario or not. My wife and her mom has gone to Goodwill to shop for a little bit, so that's what's allowing us to have more time. But I told my wife I'll be off at 6, and it's already 6 after, so we'll try to complete it. Hopefully this is going to be the last stop. I'm pretty sure it should be, though. I really enjoyed the route, though. It's been a lot of fun. Alright, let's open her back up. And the headphones there for a minute, it sounded like I had another train coming up beside me, but it was nothing there. Sorry about my stuttering, guys. When I get excited or try to explain something, that's when I tend to get stuttery. I haven't done a really wide shot like this before. That's pretty cool. That's a cool look. Make it a really, really wide shot. Alright, let's start applying the brakes. Honestly, it may have been just me. Like, I thought for sure it was the bugs, but it could just be me being a newbie at the game. I mean, they did say there is a bug with big coaches, like with really long trains in the game. They said that it is bugged where where the coaches are pushing you too hard and making it harder to stop than intended. I don't know. It could have just been me this whole time. That speedometer has been helping me a lot more today, because it finally shows me where all the junctions are and I'm not speeding past things. Alright, I saw a collectible. I need to go get it real quick. Where's the painting? I just saw a painting. There it is. Painting of Gordon. That's pretty cool. Only 2 more paintings left for me. I'm not seeing anything else around here. Maybe the only collectible at this station. Oh, there's a whistle. Alright. Let's get this train moving. There we go. How far away is this one?
Just one more stop to make. Then we are finished for the night.
Well, if there's just one more stop, we might as well do it. It's another pretty decent little journey, but like I said, I was wanting to complete this, and the game just told us this is our final stop. So that is what we're going to do. Alright, we're going to be at 15 miles an hour here in just a minute, so I think we're just going to go 30 or right around 25. I do not want to crash at the very last stop after this huge mission. Dude, that would be gutting. That would be, I mean, if you want to, I don't really rage during games, but I mean, at that point, I might have had to. Alright, it's wanting us to go 15 because of the fact that we're switching tracks. So let's get over onto the main line. And then now it says we can pick up speed. Alrighty. Let's get moving. What's up, Ivan? Just trying to deliver some mail, man. Okay, we don't have very far, so I'm not going to open it up. I've got to be very careful now, guys. I have to be very, very careful. This is our last stretch, and the last thing I'd want to do is crash the train at the very end of the mission. Because that means I'd have to come back and do the whole thing over again. At least until they do the patch, but still. So I'm just going to take it extremely easy right now. I'm going to make sure I'm following the speed limits and everything. Alright. It says 50 miles an hour, so let's go ahead and pick up the pace a little bit. It says 50, so we're going to try to go right around 55. Alrighty. Dude, this part of the map is gorgeous, dude. I have not been here yet. This is actually really pretty. I'd love to see this at daytime. It's like a little foresty area. It's like rolling plains. Another really pretty river. Pretty farmland. Dude, this part of the map is actually really nice. I like it. Pick up all the mailbags. What? There's another stop. Are you serious? Dude, this is the longest mission I've ever played. I mean, I guess until my wife calls me, I'm going to keep trying to finish this out, guys. But if she calls me or texts me or gets home, I'll have to stop. The Fox Grind is so much fun, you might do one on PS5 someday. That's awesome. Yeah, I haven't really, like I said, I'm not really intrigued too much by the Fox Grind just because I'm not the best at shooting small game animals. And I also don't like the fact that you have to shoot both the male and female to get them to come back. So I doubt I'll ever do a Fox Grind unless they fix that. But if you ever make it to where you can just shoot the males and then the males will come back, I'll do it. But until then, I think I'm good. I do like the foxes. I'm just not tempted to grind for them. I'm gonna try to punch it, guys. I'm gonna try my best to be safe, but I need to try to get to this next station so we can wrap up the scenario. We're changing tracks up here. So we're gonna have to slow down some. Oh, it's Henry's Tunnel. Nice. If you guys have ever seen the classic episode where Henry just stays in that tunnel because he's afraid to get rained on, that was a good episode. And then the one following after it, showing what happened afterwards, was really good. Alright, we can now open it up. It's now telling us that we have 2 miles to run 90 miles an hour, so let's do just that. Let's go, James. Full throttle. Can't see anything. Dude, they need to have it to where the lights come on automatically for you. There is a flashlight in here somewhere, but I can't see it. I think I can just barely see the end of the tunnel. Dude, that's a long tunnel, man. Now, they did say that was our last stop. So I'm assuming that the scenario is going to wrap up after we stop here.
James arrived at Vickerstown Station and was feeling pleased with himself. He had collected all the mail and tried his best to make up for lost time. Percy was already there waiting for him, and so was Sir Topham Hatt. James was worried what he would say about him not being patient and waiting for the mail. "Ah, there you are, James," said Sir Topham Hatt. "I've heard from several of the station masters that you've done a good night's work," Sir Topham Hatt smiled. "I've also heard that there was a small incident at Wellsworth Station," he added. "But you put things right and have made sure that all the mail arrived on time. You have once again proved to me that you are a really useful engine, and a first-class one at that." "Well done, James," puffed Percy excitedly. James felt so proud he thought his boiler would burst.
Alright guys, that was an insanely long mission that I did not expect. That's easily the longest scenario out of any of the scenarios. Most scenarios only take about 15 to 20 minutes to complete. That one took 35 minutes. So that was a pretty cool way to end the stream, in my opinion. That was a very cool run with the mail train. Hopefully, you guys have really enjoyed Thomas and the Wonders of Sodor this week. But at this point, I've pretty much showed you everything I can show you. But either way, guys, hope you all have a great evening, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow for some more Great One grinds. But don't forget, there's a poll coming out on the channel here in just a few minutes. Make sure you guys vote on that. I love you all. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'll see you then.